Hello everybody, it's Calxiyn here, and today we are talking about why Yang lied to Qrow. So she didn't exactly lie, it was more of a she left out information. So she's taking one from Ozpin.
An alternative
right
fact,
there.
if you would.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that, but if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys should click the cards and become a patron over on Patreon or join our Discord server. Yeah, click the cards. Please.
Click them, guys.
Click them. I worked so hard. Anyway, so today we are talking about why Yang lied to Qrow. So I have a couple theories on this. I don't think it's that important for her to tell him that they had a family dispute down there. You know what I mean? Like, in the vault. First of all, like, that's the first thing. Like, I don't feel like she needs to be like, oh, yeah, so me and Raven were talking about how she left me and my dad. Like, that's not exactly what happened. And, like, the kind of person that she used to be and all that stuff. Like, she doesn't need to kind of explain that to Qrow, per se. You understand what I'm saying, right? Like, she doesn't necessarily need to tell Qrow, like, their entire family drama that happened in the basement. Like, it's much better if they're,
imagine having Qrow as your therapist, just like he's day drinking whilst you're in the chair and he's like, wow, that sounds
it's more like, with her, I think that she likes to get straight to the point most of the time, and straight to the point is, Cinder's gone, Vernal's dead, Raven's gone.
Yes.
I got the relic. Like, you know, she doesn't need to go into this long anecdote about how they fought in the basement and then she got the relic.
Did she even mention, well, first they were, like, Super Saiyan eating each other and a bunch of stalagmites fell. It was great. Do you think, did Yang bring up the fact that Raven was the Spring Maiden?
She knew, I think.
So
judging by their conversation, she already knew that. So I think that's the other reason. She didn't want to tell Qrow that she was a Spring Maiden because Qrow would flip his shit. If Vernal is dead, at least, you know, they don't know where the Spring Maiden powers have gone, sort of thing, right?
And they also don't know where the Fall Maiden powers have went.
Well, Cinder's gone. You know, like, Yang couldn't confirm she was dead. So that's something that if I were Yang, I would have also asked about. Hey, where did Cinder go?
Yeah,
you
not for nothing, right? But, like, the demon lady with the grim arm and the freaky eyes.
Yeah.
No.
Kinda. Yeah.
Trust me, that's concerned.
But anyway, I think that's the other reason. She is protecting her mom in a sense because she knows that Raven, again, will sort of be hunted as a Spring Maiden, and Yang is doing her a solid because Yang did get the relic. You know what I mean? And so this is sort of their trade, is that Raven, you can finally be left alone if you give me the relic, and so Yang is holding up her promise by telling them that she's not, by not saying that she's a Spring Maiden, rather. You see? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So why do you think that she did it?
That she hit? I get the sense that she's still, like, emotionally raw from that. Where you want to tell that it's not even, like, withholding information, it's getting the information out in as few words as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that worked better for showing her strained relationship, that she doesn't even see that the fact of her mother being alive is even remotely important.
And she also, I feel, the other thing is that I feel like that she already had her little, I don't want to say, like, a meltdown, because that makes her sound like she's throwing a temper tantrum. But, like, she already had...
Temperature, because she's hot anyways.
Okay. She had, like, she already got all the tears out in the basement, right? Like, she wants to look strong in front of her team, and strength... Like, Yang obviously has this idea of strength. I shouldn't say that she wants to look strong. I think that she wants to look collected, right? And so by going to Qrow and being like, oh, well, Raven was downstairs and we had this fight, like, that doesn't make her look collected in herself, you know what I mean? Because obviously Yang doesn't think, like, oh, strength is when you're not crying, you know what I mean? Like, she just doesn't want to show her team that anything is necessarily wrong, and so that, obviously, you know, works on Qrow as well, because she can't really tell Qrow that something's the matter right in front of her team. You know what I mean? Like, if she does tell Qrow, she'll tell him later, if anything, but I don't think that even then she needs to, explain necessarily, because I think Qrow would probably know that something's up if Raven didn't take the relic, right? That something had to change, like, give her a change of heart. I don't think that Qrow is that naive to think that she just left it there, per se. So I feel like it will come back again in the future. But I feel like that it's not necessarily Yang lying, but it's more, again, it's Yang protecting her mom, and I think that Qrow understands her, right? Like, they are obviously related. Like, sometimes, I don't want to say that we talk in shorthand, but sometimes we say the bare minimum of sentences to people that really know us well, because they'll understand what we mean anyway.
Routinely, you just grunt at me.
Yeah. I mean, like, the bad example, but sometimes I'll, like, stick my hand out and do a little grabby hand towards something, and Hunter will know that I want him to get it for me, even if I don't ask.
Oh my god, I never realized that. I do that quite a bit, don't I?
Yeah.
You do that a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't think so. That's,
What? Why?
Because it's just like you have control over me. Like I'm your force. Like
sometimes I'll reach for my water bottle and go like squish squish, and then like Hunter will grab it because his arms are freakishly long.
Well, I mean, most of the time it's just like you have long arms and it's like 18 feet away, and I'm like, not for nothing, right? Sure, long arms.
You have longer arms,
but not that long. I don't have fucking like
or
Bender
like
extendo arms.
Like with my mom, I don't know. Like sometimes I'll just say stuff to her and she'll know exactly like what she has to do.
Mom. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
kinda.
Alright, Kaylin.
Or like, sometimes, okay, so my mom says that when I don't want to finish my dinner anymore, I have a look on my face. And I don't know exactly what that means, but like, I guess I'll just look at her and she'll go, "You're not gonna finish that," and I'll be like, "Why?" And I'm like, "That's your full food look." Like that is the look.
That's your no more. Goddamn, no more.
I know, and so like it's stuff like that, right? And so I feel like that Qrow understands that something probably occurred more.
That's Yang's "I killed my mother" or.
I had a long talk with Raven face. You know what I mean? Like Ty seems to have that same like tired expression when he sees that Raven flew away. You know what I mean?
I walked in the room and my mom was standing next to a corpse.
Yeah.
Face, you know?
And so, like, I don't know, like, Qrow is still her biological uncle, and our family tends to understand, like, I don't know, like, almost subtext better, like, than other people sometimes, if that makes sense, and so, yeah. So that's kind of, like, my thoughts on that, is that Qrow probably understands that something else happened, and Yang just doesn't want to talk about it at the moment, and he's fine with that, because he was like, "Glad you're safe, Firecracker. Can we talk about that?" So we called her Firecracker, and no one else thought that that was cute. Like, everybody was so busy talking about, like, Bumblebee for the past 2 days.
They just saw the face of Satan itself in this world. They were a little, like, preoccupied.
Wasn't that after? That was after Yang came up the stairs. Oh, but yeah, I guess. Yeah. But, you know what I mean? Like, that was such a cute moment. Everybody was so busy talking about how Blake and Yang didn't talk to each other that they forgot that cute little moment with Qrow. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I don't want to say that Yang lied, but she's taking, like, a page out of Ozpin's book here, because Ozpin said... The Ozpin Manual of Half-Truth. Yeah, Ozpin is very much, I only tell y'all what you need to know on a need-to-know basis, and then Yang can sort of say that to Qrow if Qrow sasses her. I only told you what you needed to know on a need-to-know basis. That's how Ozpin works, right? Like, something like that. So, she can kind of play with that and sort of, get back at him? Is that the right word? You know what I mean? Like, she can sort of...
take a note out of his...
Yeah. She can sort of throw that back out of Ozpin if she ever needed to. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's important, per se.
What if Ozpin's kind of like when Salem was like, "Did you kill Ozpin?"
Like, wait, what?
Cinder was like, yes. At the beginning of season 4.
So what was about that?
Imagine it'd be something similar to that scene.
Maybe, like, "Did you kill Raven?" Okay, something else I want to bring up real quick. Yes. So nobody's getting Vernell's body out of the basement.
Yeah,
he's just gonna chill down there.
I think I brought that up in like the video or like the reaction or something where.
Here's what I think.
Like she's like 20 years from now, like in RWBY Next Generation, they go down there and they just find a corpse.
I think that what they should do is if they bring Cinder back and Salem goes to get her from the bottom of the hole, I think that they should have it so Salem looks past Vernell's body and then kicks that over the edge and then goes to get, you know what I mean? Like, like, "Don't dirty up my temple," you know what I mean? Or whatever, right? Because that's where the relics are being stored, obviously. So yeah. Anyway, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Do you have anything else that you want to say, Hunter, or are you good?
When it comes to that whole last... It was such a triumphant last episode, especially compared to how, like...
Well, it's Triumph, you know, the OP.
Yeah, fair enough. And that was, like, a weirdly sort of dark, somber moment in a relatively, like, we all did our jobs well last episode. Because it had, like, a few moments. It was that moment with Qrow and Yang, and it was the Salem coming out of nowhere that freaked everyone out. There was a few moments like that. I dug it. I liked how it sort of I would kept almost that triumphant tone, but it's just like.
And I like how not
good.
necessarily that Yang isn't trusting of Qrow, but more that she says to her mom, "I'm asking questions like you said," right? And so that is kind of where things are happening, if that makes sense. Like that she is concealing information because she doesn't know if she can necessarily trust them all the way yet. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you guys should become patrons over on Patreon. Click the end card for that. And you guys should join our Discord server. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.